Whether your student is an incoming first-year student or a returning student, we know the change in instruction this past spring was hard, and we're grateful for how you helped your students adapt. We want to share with you how we're working to ensure the safety of your students as we plan to resume blended instruction this August. If Hawkeyes work together, then we can stay together safely.
Hi, I'm Sarah Hansen, Vice President for Student Life. I'll share with you the ways that we're working to protect the health and safety of our students and community as we plan to resume instruction on campus in August, while we continue to offer the best educational experience possible. We're eager to get back to campus, and we're preparing by putting necessary precautions in place to limit the spread of COVID-19. We understand that this will affect every aspect of university life. We recognize that the more an individual interacts with others and the longer the interaction, the higher the risk of COVID-19 spread. We also know that there are very effective strategies to limiting the risk of COVID-19. So here's what we're doing. First and foremost, guided by the national and state recommendations, we're implementing health and distancing practices, including reducing the number of people physically on campus by having many of our staff work remotely. While remote, staff members are still here and actively providing support to students. We're arranging public spaces, indoors and outside, to accommodate social distancing. We're installing barriers in spaces where distancing can't be practiced, such as service areas, labs, or studios. We're adding hand sanitation stations to all buildings and hand sanitizer to all classrooms. Cleaning and disinfecting all high-use, frequently touched surfaces, public areas, and equipment. We're requiring all students, faculty, and staff to wear face coverings in all university buildings, and providing face coverings, including cloth masks, disposable masks, and a face shield, to all students, faculty, and staff. We've decided that all instruction after the fall break will be online to minimize the movement of the virus between cities and states. For us to provide the best educational experience possible, we're repurposing space in all campus buildings. All classrooms will be limited to 50% capacity to allow for students and the instructor to spread out. Courses with enrollments of 50 or more will be online. This allows for smaller classes in bigger classrooms. Courses with enrollment under 50 may be in-person or hybrid format, with a priority for first-year courses to be in person. Our skilled and responsive information technology staff have been preparing instructors throughout the spring and summer semesters, and we've greatly increased our support and capabilities for online and hybrid instruction. We're committed at Iowa to excellent education that will allow our students to stay on track and limit the spread of COVID-19. Staff in our residence halls and dining facilities have been working on thorough plans for cleaning, disinfecting, social distancing, and more to manage the spread of COVID-19. For example, custodial staff will be following CDC guidance for daily cleaning. For more information, visit coronavirus.uiowa.edu/fall-2020. Student organizations and activities will follow public health and university guidance regarding density, protective equipment, and social distancing. Programs or events with 50 or more attendees will be held virtually. Activities and events with fewer attendees may only be held in person as long as they follow university guidance. Recreational services, libraries, and other student support services will all follow the same public health and university guidelines regarding protective equipment, large gatherings, and social distancing. On our free campus transportation system, CAMBUS, face coverings must be worn by all drivers and riders. Buses will be cleaned twice daily and deep cleaned weekly, and drivers will be screened at each shift, including temperature checks. CAMBUS riders will be expected to use social distancing as much as possible while on the bus. We're committed to supporting a vibrant and engaging experience for your students attending Iowa, both in person and online. An integral part of managing the impact of COVID the best we can is for us to work with healthcare and public health experts. I'll share with you more specifics regarding testing and expectations of our students and campus community. Plans are underway for a COVID-19 testing program for students, faculty, and staff. The university is coordinating with Johnson County Public Health to follow appropriate contact tracing. The university is also reserving space for students living in the residence halls who may become infected with COVID-19 to allow for proper isolation and quarantine measures as needed. These are just some of the ways we're preparing to support the health and safety of your students and the campus community this fall. But your students themselves will play an important role. First, it's important that they familiarize themselves with these symptoms of COVID-19. If they have any of these symptoms at any time, they need to call student health immediately. This is critical to limit the transmission of COVID-19. Students will be expected to follow some specific guidelines, including wearing face coverings in all university buildings, not congregating in large groups, practicing social distancing, cleaning and disinfecting their own spaces, and monitoring their health. Although the university is providing 2 cloth face masks and 2 disposable masks, as well as a shield for all students, we encourage students to bring more face coverings with them to campus if possible. Face coverings must be washed frequently if cloth or the face shield, and can only be worn once if they're disposable. When packing and preparing to come to Iowa City, consider adding a thermometer to your packing list as well. We also recognize that much of university life happens outside of campus, so it will be important for students to practice these behaviors off campus as well. To help educate, we've also prepared a virtual training program to ensure our students understand and agree to these expectations, and you can help by encouraging your student to do their part. These few behaviors can make all the difference. Before closing, I want to answer one of the most commonly asked questions by parents and family members, which is, what if my student gets sick while on campus? Student Health at the University of Iowa provides a range of services to support students who are not feeling well. We're also the home to a major academic medical center that provides care to students. We've implemented policies and procedures to support students who may become ill with COVID-19. Students should not attend class or go to work if they have any symptoms of COVID-19. They should call the Student Health Nurse Line or their local healthcare provider to determine the best next steps for them. The university will provide guidance specific to your student if they're infected with COVID-19. As we prepare to welcome your students back to campus this fall, our first priority is the health and safety of our community. We know this academic year will be different than past years, but with your students' participation and your support, we believe we put into place health and educational plans to create an environment for excellence in learning and supporting health. Together, we can make a great educational experience at Iowa possible. For more information, or if you have additional questions, please contact us at UI-coronavirusquestions@uiowa.edu.